and gentlemen, we are about to commence our afternoon session where we have 6 presentations. For starting off, we have from Capital Twin Peaks, Poobalan on transformation of the Beira lakefront, followed by Access Residencies talking about ideal investment and locations. And then we have Reza McDonald-Smile from Trivium talking about innovating in real estate to maintain a competitive edge. And then we have Capital Heights doing a presentation about luxury reaches new heights. And we have the Prime Group, Luftia and Danushka, talking about prime locations. And Jan Living talking about what's your finishing touch. So if you could all please come and be seated in the seminar area. We are about to start our afternoon session. Thank you.
Proceedings with the seminar schedule. Firstly, I would like to call on the stage Ms. Poobalan of Capital Twin Peaks to do a presentation under the theme Location, 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 the transformation of the Beira Lake.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to pleasantly welcome all of you here. It's wonderful having all of you be a part of this transformation of Sri Lanka and Colombo, to be specific. So to begin with, we understand that in the industry at this point in time, location, location, location is the mantra that's been chanted as going towards the development of Colombo at this point in time. So my name is Poobalan. I am a part of Capital Developers, a proud member of the Sunken group of companies. I'd like to present you with an outstanding development in what is to be the next best location in Colombo, the waterfront of Beira Lake of Colombo 2. So we are talking about what the similarities about the properties that can expect different values and appreciation depending entirely on the location. So the Megapolis project has many plans in progress to rebuild the Beira lakefront with promenade, restaurant rows, jogging paths and curated public spaces, and that will only increase the value of the prime real estate in the next few years. So Capital Twin Peaks will be your ultimate investment opportunity in Sri Lanka. In terms of the location, we see that Sri Lanka has actually taken into the trade and commerce capital of the Southeast Asia with the development of highly ambitious projects in about $15 billion port city project and also the harbor making way for improved strategic trade routes in Asian seas. All this means is a surge of foreign investment making way into our shores. Sri Lanka, why would you look at it and why would you consider Sri Lanka? So a place where you can enjoy the best of adventure, nature, culture and history, eclectic dining and cosmopolitan lifestyle. According to KPMG's report, we have a resilient economy, strategic importance, business environment, government policies and infrastructure development. A cosmopolitan city in the heart of Asia. So we're looking at a projected GDP at 5%, which is also expected to go up to 6.5%, according to KPMG, and a rise in per capita income, which is expected and projected to be 7,500 USD in 2020. Single-digit inflation during the past 5 years, the annual average inflation has been between 4 to 6%. Sri Lanka has been ranked as the 93rd of the 186 countries in the Index of Economic Freedom. Among Thailand, Cambodia, Bangladesh and Myanmar, Sri Lanka stands 72 according to the Human Development Index of the World Ranking. And among, once again, Thailand, Cambodia, Bangladesh and Myanmar, we stand at 110 in terms of Ease of Doing Business Index, World Bank. In terms of a business environment, we're looking at investors' confidence, positive equity market, growing real estate market, and investor-friendly policies. And in terms of government policies, we're looking at the double taxation avoidance agreements, transparent legal and regulatory framework, secured foreign investment policies, bilateral investment agreements, repatriation of capital and profit permitted, condominium ownership of freehold basis on foreign nationals is permitted. So these are the key projects, upcoming projects in our country. Not to leave alone the port city development that's coming up as well, which is also the Colombo International Financial City, an offshore financial center rivaling Singapore to the east, Dubai to the west, giving access to colossal markets of the Indian subcontinent, which is also the part of the Western Region's megapolis plan with 269 hectares, over 250,000 population, key point and proposed Silk Road of China, land reclamation and infrastructure development to be completed by 2020, creating job opportunities for about 83,000 people. Colombo, the jewel of the crown, in the crown of Sri Lanka. So in terms of growth, country's service sector has made Colombo one of the prime commercial centers of Sri Lanka, as it houses a key national and international trade and financial institutions along the way. So it's proven in the presence of international hotel chains like Hilton, Movenpick, Shangri-La, Sheraton, Marriott, RIU, Taj, Hyatt, and Ritz-Carlton. World-renowned banks like HSBC, Citi, Standard Chartered, and Deutsche, and IT companies like Virtusa and WSO2. So Colombo is the fastest growing destination in the world. Talking about Sunken and Capital developers. So Sunken started out as Mr. Mitsui Construction Company in 1977. 80% of the shareholding acquired by Sri Lankans, and in 2011 the name was changed to Sunken Construction Private Limited. Overseas operations are currently in India, Qatar, Maldives, Seychelles, Kenya, Uganda, Myanmar, and Australia. Our strengths are design, development, and timely delivery. The standards, skills, and more importantly, the engineering culture of Japanese origins lives within us as we march forward. These are the Sunken Group, a few of the Sunken Group of companies. From the drawing board to the ultimate luxury experience, Capital Developers is backed by a group of companies with expertise and competency to handle all aspects of high-quality high-rises, from visualization to the realization. These are a few completed projects of Capital Developers. An evolving skyline. As we look at Colombo skyline that's changing rapidly with an array of sky rises, luxury hotels, apartment complexes set to come up by 2020. Sunken Construction, a contractor that has been an impeccable track record and is known for changing the skyline of Colombo, has embarked on a new project that will help further redefine the city's skyline and real estate landscape. Our newest venture, Sunken Group's very own Capital Twin Peaks. So we are looking at 50 floors of 470 apartments, 2 basements, 6 floors of parking, a rooftop terrace with 214 perches of land, a sky lounge and a garden, dedicated walkways with exclusive access to eateries and shops, 24/7 security, optimal safety and privacy, conveniently located close to the entertainment center, schools and hospitals. A location definitely with a high appreciation of capital, 7 acres of green land adjacent to the property, waterfront views with the striking vistas, elite neighborhood close to the top of developments, trendy destination in the heart of Colombo. So we're looking at a twin skyscraper that reflects best practices and sustainable features, 182 meters high, interlocking cubic silhouette, alfresco dining, 38 unit types to suit each of your budgets and lifestyles. Units range from 770 square feet all the way up to 2,685 square feet. Our architect, our world-renowned PNT, Palmer & Turner Group from Singapore. The features include Sky Lounge, Peaks Cafe, Starlit Infinity Pool, Mini Mart and Pharmacy, Salon and Spa, Gym and Outdoor Yoga Pavilion, Indoor Aerobics Dance Studio, Sunset Bar with alfresco dining, Zen Garden, Kids Playroom, Games Room for the young adults, Business Center and a barbecue area. So each home comes furnished with branded fittings and quality finishes, elegant chic interiors that represent modern sophistication. Options to select your fixtures, various interior aspects of the design is available too. So the property will offer a striking 360-degree views of the city's surroundings. Key views include that the Beira lakes, beautiful lake view fronts, the Lotus Tower, the Indian Ocean, the city, and the 7 acres of lush greenery that is the Visumpire right beside us. We offer 38 different types of apartment units, like mentioned earlier. Apartments are available for every budget, style of preference, and requirement. So according to KPMG, there will be an ROI estimated of to 17.42% per annum. That's the yearly yield. So in terms of returns, and investment in Sri Lankan real estate market has earned up to a return of around 17% per annum historically, and the investments in Sri Lankan real estate market are comparatively more lucrative and profitable according to KPMG's predictions. Invest now in Capital Twin Peaks, and we are right here in the booth right beside you. We are open to your questions and comments whenever you feel. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ms. Poobalan. And the next presentation will be Access to Ideal Investment and Location by Lakana Abenayaka from Access Residencies.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Access to Ideal Investment and Location. It is indeed a pleasure for me to be here among the many developers of Sri Lanka, and I must commend that Lanka Property Web has done a great job bringing together all developers under one roof. I think I commend their effort and their time. It's not easy to get all the developers together due to many reasons, but however they have pulled it off. I think they deserve a round of applause. Access Residency is a relatively new player in the market industry. However, we have focused on providing our customers with access to ideal investment and location, creating immaculate living spaces with the backing of our construction arm, which is the best in the country at the moment. Our first development, located in the heart of Thalawathukotta, is currently under construction with over 50% of the apartments sold out. Thalawathukotta is seeing numerous construction projects which are making the area a highly desirable one for families who want to put their roots in a city that offers all the conveniences which are available in Colombo. Currently located within 200 meters to the Thalawathukuda junction, residents can enjoy uninterrupted views of the nearby Devanna Lake and the lush surroundings. In addition to the superb views, the complex is situated in a safe neighborhood close to government and private international schools and institutions, and also very close to the administrative capital of Sri Lanka, Shidavadunapudakotte. Step out of the doors of the building and the residence has a number of venues and destinations that are available. Foremost among them, these are the nearby Hemas Hospital, Pizza Hut, Odell, Keels and Australia International Sports and Leisure Complex. In close proximity to the official administrative capital of the island, Sri Javadhanapura Sri Javadhanapura General Hospital, Javadhanapura Leisure Zone, Water's Edge, banks and leading schools in the area, supermarkets and fuel stations. The architectural and structural work of the building is designed by Design Consortium International Private Limited, one of the leading architectural firms in Sri Lanka. Constructed by Access CMEC, the leader in condominium construction and a member of the Access Group. Our next development, down Thirimandala Mawatha Colombo 5, is an exciting venture with 56 units of exquisite apartments. Access Residences Colombo 5 is centrally located within 750 meters to the Elvatika Narahempita Road and 650 meters to Navala Rajagiri Road. Walking distance to leading private schools such as Nine Wales, private hospitals such as Nine Wales Hospital, Asili Surgical Hospital, Oasis Hospital, Colombo, and other international schools. Colombo 5 is a rapidly developing area and the property is facing the beautiful waterfront down Thirimandala Mawatha Colombo 5. Close proximity to the prestigious schools and such as Asian International, British School in Colombo, and Ilma International School, easy access towards Naval Rajagiri, Timbigasai, London Place, BMICH, Arcade Independence Square, Race Course and many other locations within Colombo city limits. Ideal investment for the future with all the facilities within reach. Await our next development, strategically located down facing High Level Road Colombo 5, which would be an ideal investment for the future. Please do visit our stores for further information, and I would like to end my speech thanking the Lanka Property Web team once again for organizing such an event and to everyone present. Thank you. Have a pleasant evening and please enjoy our video presentation.
Experience the best of both worlds. Exquisitely panoramic surroundings whilst living life in the center of convenience. Access Residences Private Limited is delighted to unveil their latest unique development, Access Residences Thalawathukuda. A landmark project that exemplifies fine living in the most sought-after suburb around Colombo. The complex will be situated right in the heart of Thalawathukuda town. This exclusive neighborhood is part of the greater megapolis development. Demand for land ownership and land prices has shown the highest increase amongst other areas in Sri Lanka in the last few years. The area has shown rapid urban development whilst never compromising on its naturally beautiful surroundings. Rising to 12 floors, the building consists of 63 apartments, tastefully structured under 7 different spacious styles. Enter a modern living space with a layout that lets you savor the cooling breeze that flows throughout the day over the magnificent Devanna Lake. The panoramic views stretch all around, giving you a wonderful bird's eye view of the surrounding lush greenery, a sight to truly delight of the units themselves, from quality fixtures and fittings of international standard to private balconies along with open spaces adjoining the pantry, all adding to its exclusive aura, making it a space you truly feel like living in. Rounding up its lifestyle essentials, Access Residences Thalawathagoda also houses a fully equipped gymnasium, swimming pool and recreational rooftop terrace and clubhouse with around-the-clock 24-hour security and CCTV camera coverage, along with a complete garbage disposal system and ample car parking facilities. The construction of this highly desirable property is undertaken by Access, one of the country's most celebrated developers, in partnership with Design Consortium Private Limited, one of Sri Lanka's leading architectural firms, to bring you an unparalleled living experience. Access Residences Thalawathagoda. Not just another apartment.
Thank you for your patience and have a pleasant evening.
And the next presentation will be Innovating in Real Estate to Maintain a Competitive Edge by Reza McDon of Trivium.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Reza McDon. I'm the CEO and Managing Director of Trivium Private Limited. We are a relatively new developer. We started our company about 3 years ago. We are just about concluding our first project where we put up 30 apartments in Rajagiriya off Budkamo Road. It was good time in the market when we launched, which was about 2.5 years ago. So we were very successful in our sales, and we've currently sold 25 of the 30 units in our inventory. And if any of you are interested in taking a look at the project, we do have a little demo stall in the corner next to the NTB Bank. So basically my topic was on innovation in real estate. Why I say innovation is, first I'll give you a background as to why we feel there is a real need for innovation going forward. So when we started our company 3 years ago, we thought, it was a good time to enter the real estate market, good time to put up a condominium project. So we were like, we did what everybody else does, which is we bought a land, we got an architect to do a design, and I guess we did try to do something different in the sense that we focused on a market where we would try to be at a more attractive entry price for the location we were in by designing slightly smaller units than the traditional units. So we looked to do a 3-bedroom with 1,300 square feet and a 2-bedroom of 1,000 square feet, which traditionally hadn't been done in the suburbs, maybe not in volume. So by doing that, we were able to enter a market and also get very good traction on our sales because we were able to keep it to a smaller ticket price. Fast forward 3 years today, the market dynamic is extremely different. So although we've had success in our first project, we are looking to go into our second project. But before doing that, we thought, we need to figure out how we can innovate and how we can use technology to kind of differentiate from the competition. So in sense of when I say innovate, I will show you in our next, when we do present our video, we're trying to come to the market with what we call service studio apartments, which are basically as small as 300 square feet, going up to 700 square feet. We've identified 2 locations for those, one in Colombo, in Marine Drive, and one in Ikkarwa. So basically by keeping the unit sizes small, obviously where we have some kind of edge versus the bigger developers in terms of our ticket price. We've also created we've also gone further in terms of innovation. We'll be implementing technology such as some artificial intelligence within the apartments, hybrid type of designs where the furniture will have more functionality, where you can have a kind of an office table that can double up as a dining table. You could have a bed that could double up as a couch. So those are kind of the innovative things we're trying to do in order to basically maximize where there is limited, where when space is expensive, you need to innovate to make best use of it. So that's our mindset. In addition, we're also looking to implement technology into our products. So by what I mean by technology is kind of giving people more connectivity within the space they live in. So in both these projects, we will look to incorporate some artificial intelligence like home automation. We will also look to have technology whereby our investors can get real-time analytics on their investments. So like I said, this will run as serviced apartments. And so basically that was the whole premise behind our second project. And we're hoping to launch it in a few months. And if any of you are interested, please visit the website www.adapt.lk. Adapt is spelled with 2 Ds. In this instance, and I will just play a short video which will kind of give you all an idea of the building design and how we want to make use of the space. Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank Lanka Property for organizing this event, and we look forward to being participating in the future as well. Thank you.
The next presentation will be Luxury Reaches New Heights by Mrs. Rajita Jayasuriya of Capital Heights.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are pleased to see you all at the property show organized by Lanka Property Web, and our team, Capital Heights, is a subsidiary of Access Engineering PLC, and we are under the company name Blue Star Realties, which is the real estate arm of Access Engineering PLC. And the project is Capital Heights, which is located in Budgamma Road, Rajagiriya, number 54, Budgamma Road, Rajagiriya. It's a project with ground plus 39 floors and 242 apartments. And we have 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartments and penthouses. Capital Heights is an Access Engineering PLC venture and constructed by China State Engineering Corporation. Construction is spread over 2 years. So by December 2019, we are ready to hand over to customers, at which point we will have gotten everything ready, because we have all the approvals in place, all the certificates in place, and we need to get the COC, and the handing over will be in March of 2020. And we'll take you through the touch and feel of our development through a PowerPoint presentation we have put together, and I'll be pleased to present it to you now.
Blue Star Realties Private Limited is a BOI registered company established with the purpose of catering to the housing and real estate needs of the growing cosmopolitan markets. Blue Star is a proud member of Access Engineering PLC. Introducing Capital Heights, a Blue Star flagship project creating an affordable, luxurious apartment complex in the heart of the capital city. This masterpiece will be an illustration of sheer architectural and design ingenuity and executional excellence of China State Construction Engineering and Access Engineering PLC combined. When completed, this apartment complex will include a large infinity national standard swimming pool with separate kiddies pool and a scenic pool deck overlooking the lake, the greenery, an ultra-modern gymnasium and fitness center equipped with the latest exercise machines and private lockers and changing rooms, sauna and steam rooms, a convenience store, a meeting room, coffee shops, a laundry, together with a spacious car park with ample parking for residents as well as guests. Situated at the heart of the capital city, the Capital Heights will pack all conveniences of an urban residence, such as road infrastructure and easy access to all popular schools, hospitals, and many other essential services, while setting up a serene, relaxing atmosphere with peace of mind in an exceptional neighborhood. With a breathtaking view overlooking the lake, water's edge, and the bird sanctuary, Capital Heights will be the most scenic apartment complex within the Sri Lankan capital. The government plans to develop Rajagiriya into a scenic and attractive lake city with buildings elevated and wide roads, a flyover, and other infrastructure. Capital Heights is bound to become the most wanted apartment complex in Colombo. The proposed project timeline is as follows. Initial kickoff 25th of January 2017. Piling was completed by 16th September 2017. Excavation and pile caps will be completed by 28th November 2017. Superstructure to be completed by 11th November 2018. And the total project is to be completed by the 1st of March 2020. When complete, this majestic apartment complex will be home to 242 residents and will create direct and indirect employment opportunities in numerous sectors, setting new standards in the Sri Lankan construction industry. The global business climate has improved and will be supported by the strong growth in South Asia. Overall, market sentiment remains positive and well-located developments will continue to attract genuine buyers. Positive sentiments, supported by strong regional growth, will augur well for all of the group's business segments. The country is becoming more connected, more open, and more attractive as the years go by, and Colombo and its suburbs has become the city of choice and is a safe place to reside. For further information, you can call us on our hotline 0763 112233 or visit us at www.capitalheights.lk. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think our presentation gave you an in-depth look into what we are doing and about the project. We are here at the exhibition today and tomorrow. And please feel free to meet with the team, and we will take you through the plans and other details. We have a virtual tour, and we will be happy to show you some virtual reality of the project. And we wish to thank Lanka Property Web for giving us the opportunity to be here and to take part in this exhibition. And we should thank Vidyarth for all his hard work and efforts. Thank you so much, and have a pleasant evening.
The next presentation will be Real Estate is All About Prime Locations by Lutfi Jabbar and Dinushka Idavela from Prime Group.
Good evening, everybody. There's a correction. The presentation title is called The Transition. Tourism and rental real estate investments. That's going to be our topic tonight. Now, I know it's a Friday evening and everyone's tired, so just to lighten things up, do you know what the world's biggest real estate portfolio is? Do you know which company owns it? It's not Prime. The world's largest real estate portfolio is owned by McDonald's. Believe me or not, McDonald's owns the best real estate all over the world. You go to Tokyo, Shanghai, Dublin, Colombo, anywhere, San Francisco. They own the best commercial and residential real estate properties. Now you might wonder why I'm bringing McDonald's up all of a sudden. It's because post-war Sri Lanka, real estate has been the most lucrative investment opportunity, surpassing that of equities, forex, fixed income, and commodities. So tonight, this is what we're going to talk about, the table of content. We're going to go talk about the overview, the FDI growth, the GDP growth, 2020 Sri Lanka. And most importantly, why Prime? Our past projects, our ongoing projects, our credibility as a developer. And finally, what I mean by rental tourism investments is that this year we have chosen two hot locations as the next big thing for rental tourism, which is Uspatakeyava and Galle, and how you as an investor can benefit from it. So without further ado, I'd like to call upon my colleague Lutfi to share a little bit about the FDIs and the GDPs, after which I'll talk to you about Galle and Uspatakeyava.
Thanks, Danushka, once again. Yes, what he said is absolutely correct, like the two hot locations. So if you take FDIs, at the moment Sri Lankan foreign direct investments are booming in skyrocketing levels. If you compare the 2017 rates, like this, if you see the graph, it says 801 billion US dollars, so US dollars has came. But it's gonna move, it's shifting to almost double in 2017's central bank report. It's going to be 1.64. It's going to be in 2017, which is one of the best, a plus key factor that's the country is getting more foreign investments, and it's going to pour in the most positive way. And largely that if you're going to go into the FDI growth, firstly it's the highest ever growth recorded in 2014, which is 1.61, and the main factors that performed the increase of foreign direct investments were the increased interest in service sectors, especially tourism once again, and IT. So why we are here, why I'm showing about the foreign direct investment part and linking up with tourism, is the two projects that we are going to talk about are very much linked to two famous tourist destinations. So the third point is the funds mainly came from where? Where did we get all our funds? The four cities, China, Hong Kong, India and Singapore. We all know all these are very much tourism friendly destinations. And the best thing is Sri Lanka at the moment targeting in 2018, targeting US dollars 2.5 billion, and which is a possible sign according to the last year's survey. If you take a look of the GDP growth and the overall forecast growth of how the GDP is performing, but last year it was a slight downfall on GDP, which was the last quarter of 2017 was 4.8, but the 2017 GDP of 2017 second quarter was very much a better level, which was about 5.2. But at the moment we are trending in a better way. We are forecasting towards a good way now since the FDI is coming up, certain sectors performing well, the drought is not here anymore, and even some new policies have been put on. So the fuel by increase in service-based industries such as IT and tourism. Once again, tourism is the main factor. We all know what is Sri Lanka, even into Lonely Planet. If you take Travel Asia, Travel Discovery, wherever you go, Sri Lanka's name is on the top 3 travel destination in 2018. once again, I'm moving to Dinushka to handle this podium with the 2020 overview of how it's going to be in Sri Lanka.
All right, thank you very much, Lutfi. So 2020, we are seeing FDIs growing into 5 billion. We're seeing Sri Lanka's transition into an upper middle class. We've been struggling with that a little, but that's a lot to do with political instability and not having enough foreign direct investments into our country. But hopefully with things settling down, we'll be able to make this transition. And being in the property market, we see a huge inbound migration of people who are living in Galle, Hambantota, Matara, just wanting to come to places that are closer to the city. The scarcity of lands and the ever-increasing prices of lands also makes vertical living that much more demanding. We are tonight focusing on the increase of tourist arrivals and how this can mean a lucrative investment opportunity for you. So you might wonder, what is in this for me? To keep it very short and sweet, it's rental yields and capital gains. These are a few of our projects that we have done over the past couple of years. If you go on Parliament Road, you see Rendell, which is right on the main road. 2015, we started selling this at 22 million. 2017, resales are going at 39 million. Then you see 194 Nugegoda, 16 million started price, 31 million resale price. And Castle Street, Colombo 8, 27 million in 2016 and 36 million in 2017. And one of my all-time favorite projects on Javatta, 33 million in 2015 and 46 million in 2017. Not taking into account the rental yields that these projects can lead into. So what we are doing here tonight is that out of Colombo, Galle and Usvatakeyava are two very booming cities in terms of tourism, especially Galle. It's been a very colonial and historic city that all of us know. I mean, it's only 1.5 hours drive away. Usvatakeyava is another very prominent up-and-coming location. We did a first project in Usvatakeyava and we sold it out in 3 weeks. So a lot of people missed out on that, so we went down and did a second project in Usvatakeyava, which will speak a little bit about this. So what is this? It's about supply, host, and profit. We're seeing a transition where investors are going from buy and sell to buy, keep it, supply to the tourism market, host tourists, and profit out of them. Companies like Airbnb, Booking.com are coming in very strongly to this country. And in fact, homestays are a big threat to the hospitality industry here in Sri Lanka. And we have selected some of the best locations where you could possibly invest in something, maybe a studio, a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, and maybe even go up to $150 a night on peak season. That multiplied by 30 is a far more greater return on your investment than any fixed deposit can get you in this country. So we're quickly going to talk about Galle. Galle has been one of my all-time favorite cities. I mean, ever since I went on my first date when I was 18 years old, I took my girlfriend back then to Galle on a date. That took me 3.5 hours to go. But now with the infrastructure and the roads being developed, it's that much easier to get to Galle. And we're seeing a huge influx of tourists coming, wanting to stay in Galle, wanting to experience the fort. So we have chosen Lower Dixon Road. For those of you all who are familiar with Galle, Lower Dixon Road is like the Colombo 7 of Galle. It's about 0.5 kilometers to the fort, and it's a beautiful view when you go up to the rooftop. Because on the left-hand side you see Rumasala and Jungle Beach, and on the right-hand side you can see the famous Galle Fort. So if you ever want to see a cricket match where Sri Lanka is going to whitewash India 5-0, the cricket stadium is only 1 kilometer away from this beautiful location. We are creating 100 apartments here, and this is basically an overview of how close this project is to key destinations. For example, the Galle Harbour, the Dutch Hospital, the railway station, Galle Fort. It's only 2 kilometers away from the highway entrance. All the main schools in the southern province like Richmond, Sangamita, Southlands, Mahinda, St. Aloysius, all of them are within a radius of 2 kilometers. So this is what makes real estate really great. So in terms of views, this is our view from the rooftop. That's Rumasala on to your left, and if you go a little bit to the right, you see the Galle Fort. So this is not photoshopped, this is straight out of a drone from our 10th floor. This is going to be our rooftop infinity pool. And as you can see, that's another view of the Indian Ocean. Project number 2, Uswatakeya. Now, this is also up and coming trendy beachfront destination. We're seeing a lot of different users, because I have a friend who's working in tourism, and what we are seeing a lot of tour companies doing is that they bring their tourists, they host them somewhere that's close to the airport, so that the next day they can rest and go to Dambulla and Sigiri or wherever they can go. The road that this project is on has 4 major hotels, and it's a great place if you want to have a property that's right by the beach. This is a small video clip about the property. Every apartment is facing the ocean. That's phase 2 of Uswatakeya. So I'm just going to quickly, because we're running short of time, I'm quickly going to go through the fittings and amenities of both projects. We're having doors made out of high quality natural timber, internal doors made out of engineered solid wood, windows, sliding balcony doors all made out of powder coated aluminum, instant water heating, split type AC units for all bedrooms, 24-hour full backup power generation. I mean, you need this with Ceylon Electricity Board playing havoc with all this, right? We have fully fitted modern pantries with hob oven and hood with a carbon filter. Amenities continued, 24-hour CCTV monitoring, BMS control, garbage collection room inside the building. You all know that garbage chutes are banned, so there's going to be an air-conditioned garbage collection room inside the building, central gas, fire detection, and gas detection. So, the million-dollar question, investing in profit. We're not actually selling you an apartment, you're actually discounting and buying in a profit for the future. Your average rental yields on a minimum is about 8% per year. You have very handsome capital gains, and all our projects are priced in Sri Lankan rupees. So for those of you all who are worried about losing out on exchange rates, well, you don't have to. These are our price ranges. Studio apartments, those are 1-bedroom apartments at our Uswatakeya phase 2 go at 13.5 million an apartment. 2 bedrooms are starting at 20 million. And prime heritage in gold, 2 bedrooms are starting at 18.5 and 3 bedrooms are starting at 26. UK2 has 106 apartments coming, prime heritage has 100 apartments coming, so you have a very easy payment scheme. You can pay it over 3 years, and we're a little flexible when it comes to your payment plans also. Deliverables. The last 4 years, what have we seen? 37 residential projects, 14 apartments completed and handed over, 23 ongoing residential projects. And I see a few heads nodding in the audience because, Devika, you know what I'm talking about, right? So 93% of our completed apartments have been sold. 70% of our ongoing apartments also have been sold. And when you go to invest hundreds of thousands of, tens of millions of rupees, you really need to know how stable and credible a developer is. Not to say that other developers don't have it, but just to emphasize on the fact that as Sri Lanka's largest real estate developer, under our umbrella of brands, we have 100% controlling stake of Summit Finance, which we recently acquired, rebranded as Prime Finance. We have Prime Residencies, which is our residential and condominium arm. Then we have Prime Lands, our founding company, where all this started from even before I was born. And then we have HNB Grameen, which also we had a controlling stake and which we later sold on to HNB. So that's the umbrella. So for those of you all who have invested in our other projects and want to know how our deliverables and project timelines are, at the quarter one of 2018, we are seeing Edmonton Road, 194 Nugegoda Kiribat, Kodamala Bay, Bauda Loka, all being delivered. Quarter three, we are seeing Rajagiriya, Kinsey Road, Barnes Place, and Wattala being delivered. 2019, we are seeing Castle Street, Kandavata Terrace, UK1, which is a project I told you that sold out in 3 weeks. And 2020, two of the babies we spoke about tonight, it's going to be Madin Nagoda, Gaul, and Usfata Kayava. All of those will be delivered, and our flagship project, Prime Brand, will be delivered in 2021. So before I wind up and let the next speaker speak, I want to leave you with a quote that I came up this morning while I was finishing this presentation. Real estate is an imperishable asset, ever increasing in value. It is the most solid security that human ingenuity had devised. It is the basis of all security and the only destructible security. So with that, I'm going to wind up. So I hope there was something for everyone to learn, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. So just before I go, for anyone who's reserving an apartment with us today or tomorrow, we're giving a 500,000 rupee discount. For any of you all who are reserving a house, we're giving a 250,000 rupee discount. And you won't miss our stall. It's right outside there with the large LED panel. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and thank you very much for tuning in.
The next presentation will be What's Your Finishing Touch by Devika De Silva of Jack Living.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So my presentation would be about what's your finishing touch. Let's say a typical buyer, when he is going to buy an apartment, what would they really look at? They will look at the location. Of course, the location plays a major role. And then comes the price, the developer, contractor, resale value, view, of course, the amenities. So when it comes to this location, the price, developer, resale value, view, you can have a look and feel of it. Because the resale value, with some of analysis and past records, you can get an idea how your resale value would be in time to come. I would say out of all this, the amenities plays a major role, because that depends on all this, because the resale value will mainly dependable on your amenities and how durable they are. Amenities, when it comes to the Sri Lankan real estate industry, maybe the condominiums, the 60% of the project is being sold out off the plan or even before it comes to the finishing stage. So the buyer will obviously rely on what the contractor promises them. You will argue with me saying, we will be coming into a sales and purchase agreement with the developer. But then, if you really look at the sales and purchase agreement, they will tell you either this product or equivalent. Whereas you will not know what you will exactly get until you get your apartment to hand. So that's why we are here as Jet Holdings to talk about the finishes and green concepts. Why I would say the green concepts, I have several slides that talk about the finishes, so I will mainly focus on the green concepts here. So green concepts is the renewable energy sources that could be used, and this has been stressed upon to the developers by the condominium authorities as well, because of the man-made environmental effects that we face nowadays. Therefore, if you go to the condominium authority regulations, now they mostly look at the natural ventilation, wastewater management, solar systems, cool roofs, intelligent disposal of water, and incorporating eco-friendly material usage. I have listed here some of the environmental, economical, and social benefits of turning into green concepts. There you can go through this. I'm not going to read out. So Jat Holdings is incorporated in 1993, and being the first business was their paints, and now is diversified into many verticals. Like we have the Jat Paints, Jat Furnishing, Jat Living, Jat Technologies, and Jat Agri. The product range of Jat Furnishing is the Herman Miller chairs, the Target is the wood engineered timber finishes, Sia Kitchens from Germany, Marathi chairs, Armstrong ceilings, Rebodeso, that's a wooden bamboo floral flooring, and Satifec turf. The Jat Paint range comes to Sealac, is the main product of Jat Holdings, I would say. And Sealac is one of the main products why we are here today basically. So Crown Paints is imported and distributed by Jat Holdings, which is one of the main decorative emulsion and interior paints. We have Brush Masters, Burma Washers is one of the chemicals, J-Chem, Masters, and Atlas Metal Fillers. So here are some of the places where Jat was presenting, not only Sri Lankan but also internationally. We have our presence in Sri Lanka, Maldives, India, and Bangladesh, where they have used our products for their developments. These are few of the quality certifications that Jat is being awarded for their products and their service. Jat Holdings is not only a Sri Lankan company, it's a Sri Lankan company obviously, but we have our presence in Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, and Maldives. So coming back to the condominium finishers, we have Sia Kitchens. We are the sole distributor, the agent in Sri Lanka for Sia Kitchens, which is a 99 years legacy with them. The parent company has a 99 years legacy, and I would proudly say that Altair and even Luna Towers is using our Sia Kitchens for their apartments. So this has a 72 hours boiling waterproof, they call it well standard quality, worldwide company, as well as the waterproof, termite proof. Then I was talking about this before as well. Dazo is the woven bamboo flooring that are environment friendly, natural, and stronger than most hardwood in Sri Lanka in the market. The stunning innovation, Just Add woven bamboo flooring, offers the sheen, durability, luxurious finish of hardwood, but without the ecological damage. We have the Jat Paint range. When it comes to the paints, we call it the VOC level has to be minimum in the paints, because this has been researched and found out that the VOC level, the volatile organic compound, is harmful for for the human body, and it causes cancerous in long-term effect. Further, it's not good for the children, and it's polluted the internal air. So we at Jat Holding in production line, we have the minimum lead percentage as well as the VOC levels, where it will not be harmful for you and for your children. So when it comes to Jat Living, with all these furnishing, the paints, we have also in the Jat Living, the condominium industry, we have 4 projects in the market now. In Navala, 77 on 4th Navala on 4th lane, which is ready to occupy. And we have Thalawatugoda, a project, as well as in Pagoda. Also, out of Colombo, we have a serene, environmentally friendly Candy housing project that is going on. So, as our team is presented at our stall, where if you have any further inquiries or clarifications about any of our products, I would request you to come in and we are there to help you. Thank you.
Thank you for being with us for today, and that was the last presentation. Hope to see you all tomorrow. Good night.